like last boom at the end of a black hole, cold, lost and upside down. Faces swirling past me, all my memories rolling vastly, cold, lost beneath the ground. All done by my own hand, I allow my feelings to become sand. Oh, if you're gonna cut me down, better do it quickly now. You can cut me down, but I won't stay for long. I'll grow back again. Oh yeah, my roots are strong. This is not forever. Folks changing like the weather. Cold, wet, and all around. Toxic people being severed, like leaves falling in September. Cold, wet, and on the ground. You can cut me down, but I won't stay for long. I'll grow back again. Oh yeah, my roots are strong.
What's going on, Graham Porter? How you doing? Welcome, Evan Mangoosh. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Sergi, the Bomber 990, Sean and G, George, Pablo, Infinite Flight 001, Strippin' Chicken, welcome back. Reagan Scoots, Starly, welcome back, my friend. Aviation Master, Sid Hart 905, Fui Lillian, Nickel Joy, Champion High, LeBrat's Files, IFMG, Anthony Plays, Kevin Early, Gaming Swar, Aviation Lever, welcome back, man. Kid MC Gaming, Paul, Rob Zones, welcome back, bro. Champion High, Cash Davis, welcome, guys. Welcome back. It's your boy Blue Games. We're back. We are back. Hope you guys having a great week. Happy Friday. I just got out of bed. Matter of fact, I'm like still in bed. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not in bed anymore. But I just got out of bed, went and brushed my teeth, and trying to get set up and started for today's flight. So I'm still not even at the gate yet. So let's go over there. We're gonna be headed to Midway, Chicago. Kilo Mike Delta Whiskey. I'm gonna jump over there to that screen in a second. As soon as I get there, I'm not even there yet myself. We do have ATC there. And let's see, where should I park? All right, I'm loading in now. How you guys doing? Welcome back. Yes, so I'm hearing about some new expert server requirements, and I knew nothing about this. Thank you, the Rage Man, for that subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. I need to move that. Thank you guys for joining in today. Hope you guys are ready for today's flight, flying from Midway, Chicago to Baltimore, Washington. But before we get started today, I actually do want to take a look at those requirements. You know what, matter of fact, we'll just go ahead and get started with the flight first, and then we would talk about the new expert server requirements. Rob, you just brought that up to me in the chat here, and I had nothing, I knew nothing about it. I hadn't been looking at the forum in the last 24 or 48 hours, so, or 2 days apparently. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with today's flight, and then in the air we'll talk about that, because I'm very curious to see what that is. Starley has made our flight plan again today, so I want to say thank you to him. Where are you? There he is. Alright, so we'll be copying his flight plan. Today he did me a favor and created the flight plan for me today. Definitely saved me some time. I'm going to go ahead and request pushback so we can get started early, because if we do not, we're going to be stuck in line. It's going to be a very busy flight again. So, alright, pushback. Approved. Expect runway 31 right. Nice. We acknowledge that. Smoking signs, nav lights, and we'll start pushing back. And we will need, where is 31 right actually? We will need, I don't even know what I was about to say. I lost my train of thought. Okay, there's 31 right there. Right behind us. Nice. We're right there. That is it right there. How convenient is that? I picked the perfect parking spot. Amen to that. All right, today, as you know, obviously we're flying Southwest 737-700. Today, Friday night flight, I think, and IFATC. You know, basically they'll be controlling at all the Southwest hubs. So, this is one of the Chicago Midway. One of the Southwest. If you don't know, Southwest in the U.S. is a budget airline. It's kind of like Ryanair, you know. All right, beacon lights on. Engine starting up. Who's our ATC today? We got ATC Blue Panda 900. So watch out. Watch out for ghosting. Ghosting will be. Will happen if you don't follow the rules here. I know there's new expert server requirements, stuff like that, but still, you still have to follow the rules. So some people might be able to, some extra people might be able to slip in the expert server. All right, just waiting for the engine to come up. All right, engine number 1 starting up on the left side. All right, I just noticed that my name's wrong. Turn those off. Thank you for that subscription, PC Gamer. Actually, thank you for that follow on Twitch, man. Appreciate that, bro. Really love it when the Twitch fam starts. We're gaining some more Twitch family. We started out on YouTube, obviously. You know, that's what people mainly watch Infinite Flight on. Go flaps 10. But I want to kind of build up the Twitch family too, you know, so I can stream to Twitch. I do stream to Twitch. All right, both engines are alive. I'm gonna go ahead and hit up ground, let them know we were ready to taxi to the active runway, which is gonna be right in front of us. So it's gonna be pretty quick. We're gonna get out of here pretty fast today. I'll do our trim. Calibrate our screen. Oh, weight balance. All right, taxi runway 31 right. Acknowledge. We'll start rolling to the runway here, and we'll add fuel unrealistically at the whole short line. That's what we'll do. Can you guys hear the? Yeah, you guys can hear the game and everything. Cool. All right, altitude. Initial altitude will be 12,000. That's just what I usually do. It's not a standard procedure or anything like that. It's just what I personally do, just to get out of the danger zone of speeding inside of Infinite Flight. And then after that, our cruising altitude will be flight level 370. Nice. What? Blue Games first in line? That never happens. Ever. All right, so real quick before we get out of here, we need to put fuel in this thing. Weight and balance, we're going to go to... today's flight's going to be about an hour and a half. We're going to add another hour after that. 2 hours and 30 minutes plus about another 15 or something like that. We'll do like 3 hours of fuel. We'll add 15 in case we get some vectors out there. And passengers, about 90 passengers on board. We are using infinite passenger today. We're using current time. Resume. We go ahead and switch over to tower and request takeoff. Runway 31 right. Now, as far as fuel, somebody commented one time. I can't remember who it was, departing to the east. Yeah, east. About like me adding extra fuel, stuff like that. Well, basically that includes the reserves and all that stuff. So whenever we add that extra hour or so, obviously that extra fuel is are we clear for takeoff? Is part of our reserve fuel plus our fuel to get to our alternate, which we don't technically really have. So I haven't really decided what our alternate is, but you know what I'm saying. So some of the comments that I get on my videos are so funny to me. Like, I really do appreciate those, though. I really do appreciate the comments. It's just some of them are funny. Like, sometimes it's like, oh, you parked at the international terminal and when we do a domestic flight, or you parked at a, you know, whatever. You parked at the wrong airline. Here we go. Oh, we forgot the land lights and strobe lights. There it is. Anyway, so let's go ahead and take off. Airspeed is alive. 80 knots. Be banking right once we get in the air. Holy crap, we ran out of runway there. I was expecting the aircraft to just go up on its own. It didn't. Lately, the aircraft just goes by itself. All right, gear up. Positive climb. I mean, positive. There we go. All right, it's shut the music. Oh crap. Sorry guys, I was looking at the other screen trying to shut the music off. That's why we're banking up. That's why we're angled up so high. All right, we've been cleared to go ahead and switch. What I'm gonna do is go to tower real quick and just say thank you. Thank you for being alive. I'm just kidding. Thank you. Good day. All right, we're gonna bank to the right now.
Southwest 356. Avoid sending duplicate messages. Cactus 6438. Correction.
All right, I'm gonna hit our speed right there. Okay, oh crap. Okay, we're just gonna tune out. But yeah, I was pitched up like a lot because I was actually looking at a different screen at that second. So we went all the way up to about 6,000 feet per minute right there. Alright, so we're basically just going to kind of hand fly it, bank it back to the right a bit. Holy crap, holy crap, holy crap. Sorry. Again, same thing. Okay, how about I just wait until... How about I just wait until we get on autopilot before I start looking at other things. I was looking at my laptop screen, trying to make a change to the stream, and yeah, my hand got out of control. So I apologize if this departure looks a little bit like sketch. It's just me trying to multitask, and I'm not using a joystick. I'm using my hands to tilt the phone. So you guys know how it is whenever you're tilting the phone. And you reach over to reach for the mouse or whatever else you may have in front of you, and all of a sudden, everything happens. Don QGR, thank you, man, for that sponsor, bro. Really appreciate that, bro. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for that Christmas gift. Appreciate that, man. It really means a lot when you guys do that. I still can't believe that you guys would even do it in the first place. So thanks for going out of your way to become sponsors and stuff like that, man. I really appreciate it. Alright, we're past 10,000 now. I'm going to go up the flaps. And landing lights are going to turn off. Speed, we're going to speed up a bit. And I'm going to go ahead and set the altitude to 12,000. Lock our heading. Hit nav mode. And that will take us to our first waypoint. And now I can look away from the screen and reach over. And now I can look over. We got really lucky on that departure. I picked the perfect gate. I had no idea that we were gonna be taking off runway 31 right. To be honest, I had no idea. I loaded in and I was just like, all right, well, we're probably gonna be in the back of the line. I originally wanted to park at where did I want to park? I wanted to park at Terminal C, but we parked at Terminal A. So beautiful Chicago here, man. I actually really do love Chicago in real life. I've been here a few times. I love the Chicago O'Hare Airport. I've never been to Midway. I've never flown Southwest, so I've never flown to the Midway Airport. I've only ever flown to the main international airport. But Chicago, the city itself, is a great city. Great city to visit for tourism. It's a great city. It's just a great city in general. It gets pretty cold right now. It's probably snowing, I think. I'm not 100% sure, so we definitely need to make sure we have the anti-ice on. But it's definitely cold in Chicago. Yeah, when I took off, I was just kind of like I'm not gonna lie, I've been a little distracted since we started, just with the chat and things in general. I wasn't paying attention, so I almost forgot to turn my line lights on, and then we got a little bank warning earlier because I was trying to I don't even know what I was trying to do because I didn't do it. Whatever it was I was gonna do, I didn't even do because I didn't. I saw banking and I was like, oh no, okay, let's focus on flying. Let's focus on flying a bit. All right, we're at 12,000 feet. Speed's only about 200 feet. We're gonna go about 300 knots right there. That works. And once we get to 300 knots, I'll go ahead and change our altitude to our cruise, which is gonna be 370. Derek Universe, we're headed to Baltimore, Washington, D.C. So KBWI is technically so Baltimore and Washington are two different cities. All right, so Baltimore and Washington like right next to each other, and so this airport basically these two cities share the Baltimore Washington airport, and that's how that works. But you can get to Washington D.C. or Baltimore by flying to this airport. All right, altitude up to flight level 370. I have family who live in Baltimore. Yeah, in Baltimore. I think it's Baltimore. Yeah, they live in Baltimore. And so if some of you guys remember earlier this year, Houston and a lot of Texas had a huge hurricane that came through. It was a horrible hurricane. I mean, we're still rebuilding to this day. There's still like houses that are still being repaired. There's a lot of flood damage. It was a really bad situation. And so during that time, I was in Washington D.C. I was at an event in Washington D.C. and I was not actually even in the city. Sadly, I kind of felt bad because my wife was here and I was not. Thankfully, she was able to stay at her aunt's house and she was all right. We didn't have any flooding. You know, nothing too bad happened to us directly. But I was in Washington D.C. that weekend when the hurricane came in. And so I was scheduled to come back early Monday morning, and when I was gonna go to the airport, I found out that all the flights going to Texas were canceled for like a week. So I had family in Baltimore, so what I ended up doing is I took an Uber from the hotel I was staying at in Washington D.C. and I Ubered over to I think it was Lyft. I don't think it was Uber. I think it was Lyft. But anyways, I got a ride to Baltimore. And then I stayed with them for about a week while waiting for flights to start back up. And me flying standby also, I couldn't just book another flight. So, or actually I could have, but yeah, it's sketchy. Whenever flights get canceled and you're flying standby, that's not the situation you want to be in. But I got really lucky and I was able to get on the first flight, the first actual flight that flew back into my home city. I was able to get on that one, surprisingly. So, and I flew from Baltimore back to Houston, Texas. So. But real quick, as we climb, today's quote of the day is, you always miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I hope you know what that means. Always miss 100% of the shots you do not take. If you don't take a shot, you're never gonna miss. You're never gonna make it. If you don't, if you don't go out and risk it, if you don't take a risk, if you don't try, you will never get it. I joke with my friend because he's still single and he like we always talk about these girls he likes and stuff like that, but he never talks to them. I'm like, bro, well, you'll never have a chance with her if you don't try. Like, if you never actually try to talk to her, you're never gonna have a chance. Like, you are never ever gonna have a chance to go out with that hot girl right there. It doesn't matter how amazing you think she is, you're never gonna have a chance to go out with her if you never talk to her, if you never try, if you never go after her, if you never pursue her, you're never gonna date her. That's just how it is. So you are always going to miss 100% of the shots you do not take, and that applies to a lot of things in life, just in general. So no matter what it is, if it's being a pilot, if you're scared of doing something, well, oh well, you're never gonna do it unless you try it. So anyways, let's talk about, we're not at cruise yet, but I think we're all right. We're only going 300 knots, just under 300 knots, climbing up to flight level 370. We'll stay in the cockpit for a little bit so I can pay attention to my airspeed. Is that what I did with my wife? Let me think back. Yes, actually, I did. It's funny, like it actually, me and her, it actually started with a note. Um, because we actually met at church, and we were doing this thing where like we talk like I have like this small group we do at my church, and we did this like exercise where it was kind of like an encouraging exercise, like when you kind of like build everybody's confidence. And so basically we put one person in a chair, and then everybody had to write actually no, everybody not write, everybody had to say out loud one thing that they like about this person. It didn't matter who it was. Just basically just trying to be positive, trying to help people to think better about themselves. So basically, like for example, I would sit on stage, and then everybody would kind of tell me what they like about me, and then the next person would go up on stage, and then we would all say what we like about that person, and then one person was in charge of writing it down, all the things that everybody said positive about that person, so that that person could take it and have it with them for later on when they're feeling down, when they're feeling depressed. They go back and look at those things, like, oh yeah, all my friends, all those people said they liked all these things about me, and so that way it kind of helps with self-esteem, stuff like that. So anyways, it was kind of cool. It was very interesting. Never really did something like this before. This is the one and only time we've ever done this. And so anyway, it was her first day. She had never even gone to my church. This was her first day there. She comes in, and we're doing this weird thing, right? And so I decided that I was going to be in charge of writing down all the things that people say about her. And obviously I knew that I liked her when she got up there, and so I wrote down everything everybody was saying, plus I wrote down a few extra things that I thought about her that I did not want to say out loud, and I put those on the paper too. So that was my sneaky way of kind of like flirting with her, and that kind of opened up the door. And so later on, it's kind of I had to keep on working on it, and we started talking here and there, other places. I got her phone number. We started talking on WhatsApp. Then we started playing a few like mobile games together, and we started talking on Instagram, you know, here and there, you know, little stuff. So that's where it all started, and we finally went out. Kid MC, I have the Thrustmaster T16000. That's what I use for X-Plane. I don't use it for Infinite Flight, sadly. I have not got it to work still, but let's do a real quick check, because I feel like I have not been paying attention to a lot of things that I should have. So flaps are up. We can go ahead and get rid of our trim. Guys, let me know if you can hear the game audio all right. We're gonna go with Mach 0.82. That should be all right. And land lights are off, strip lights are off. So far, it's a little bumpy, so we'll leave the seatbelt signs on, but you guys are still free to move about. If you need to go to the restroom, stuff like that, that is all good with me. All right, looking good. Looking good. Actually, I'm gonna go back and I just want to make sure we don't speed. I want to pay attention right there. I want to make sure we don't speed. Okay, good. You can hear the game audio fine. Yeah, I have another version of the Thrustmaster HOTAS. It's just a I know the Thrustmaster has a HOTAS that has the throttle and no, it has the joystick and throttle attached like as one like thing, like as one device. I have the HOTAS version that actually comes separate, so I have a joystick and a throttle separately. They both have their own USB ports, which kind of sucks. I kind of wish that they were all in the same USB, like they kind of get connected together. But it is what it is. So, but it works very, very, very well. I like it a lot. All right, Walking Fruit, I'll see you next time, man. Thanks for joining in. I know you have been having some internet issues, so thanks, man. You were able to come by. And thank you everybody who's liked the video. I don't think I give you guys enough credit for liking the video, so appreciate you guys for liking the video. That really helps. Scarpy, I'm doing good, man. How are you doing? Sidhart 905, what is my favorite airline to travel in the US? I'll say United. We flew United yesterday in the X-Plane. That's my favorite US airline to fly with. And I'm kind of biased though, because again, it's like if you're from think about this, for most of us, if your home airport, if it's a hub for a certain aircraft, a certain airline, usually that is going to be your Uh-oh, we have a plane right in front of us. What is he doing? Holy crap, what is going on up there? Who is that? That's Champion. Are you alright, bro? Oh, man. What? Talk about over G. Oh, we're about to die, too. He's about to hit us. Are you stalling? Where'd he go? Oh. Oh! We got a man down. We got a man down. I think the pilot might have died inside. And if he's not dead, he's dying. Yeah, we got a Mayday. We have an aircraft on the way down somewhere over... Where are we? I don't know. I don't know what city this is. Just south of Kirsch. And to the east of, let's see, where's Indianapolis? Oh, it's Indianapolis. So it's somewhere between Indianapolis and, what is this? Toledo, actually, to the west of Toledo. Between Toledo and Elkhart, however the heck you say that. I think we lost one, guys. We lost one. Oh, man, I don't know what happened there. Anyways, we are at our cruise altitude, flight level 370. George, I didn't know you posted a flight. Yeah, seriously though, like I don't know, Champion, if you got a violation, but it looked like you were really close to getting one. Even when you're this high, if you when you do that, a lot of times that can push you above the speeding, of your the speed limits of your plane, and you can get a violation for doing that. Thank you, Alden Austin, for that subscription, man. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. Nice, PC Gamer. You got an iPhone 6s for Christmas, and you were able to download a Infinite Flight 6-month subscription. Well, welcome to the Infinite Flight community, man. I hope you enjoy, and good luck on your progression to grade 3. E-Train, YT. It's been a while, man. How you doing? Yes, I was gonna talk about the freaking rules for the 1000th time. Let's go ahead and do that now before I forget again. I'm gonna switch to scenic. I just want to make sure the aircraft is all good. All right. All right. Starley is saying to copy his flight plan again. Are you behind me? Did I actually beat you for the first time, Starley? Or are you ahead of me? Wait. How'd you get ahead of me? What? How'd you get up there? Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. I forgot. I completely forgot. Whenever you're copying somebody's flight plan mid-flight, you have to hit heading mode first. I could have swore we took off first, and somehow Starley inched ahead of us again. Alright, I think we're back on track. Yeah, so he said to copy the flight plan again because we have a good friend of ours who's going to be controlling in Baltimore. And he gave us, I think, what runway were we landing at? Runway... Oh, he's using a different... I don't know what runway we're using still. Anyways, alright, so... I'm just going to talk about this thing because I keep getting distracted. Alright, so I'm reading straight from the community forums. I don't like to put out false information, okay? So I'm reading this. I'm just going to read it. I have not read it yet, so this is my first time even seeing this or reading it. So, alright, so Tyler Shelton posted. He's one of the staff members on Infinite Flight on the dev team. He posted on the forum 2 days ago, apparently. I don't know where I was. The expert server is an online environment intended for serious users who understand all rules, procedures, and interactions with ATC. As of late, the expert server has become increasingly chaotic. I agree. That's me talking now. I agree. All right, back. Quote, with disruptive pilots who show no regard for other users in an effort to improve the quality of the expert server environment, the following changes will be implemented. Now, this is very true. We all know that, and you've seen it on my stream. Just in the last few months, for whatever reason, it has gotten a lot crazier. No, CO, man. Thank you for that. Another subscription, or actually another follow. All right, so number one, a pilot's violation count may not be greater than 50% of their landing count. Example, you may have no more than 50 violations if you have 100 landings. All right, number two, pilots may have no more than 5 ghosts in the last year, 365 days. Thank you for that subscription, Manuel. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. So, that's new. You can't have, wow, you can only get 5 ghosts a year, apparently. So, keep that in mind. That's a whole year. That's a whole year. Wow. That's a whole year. That is a lot. That is a big, like, if you get 5 ghosts, you are out of expert server for a whole year. That's a big deal right there. All right. Thank you for that sub, Kalo. I think that's how you say your name, Kalo. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. All right, number 3. Pilots may have no more than 15 all-time ghosts in the life. Okay, so this is, he says pilots may have no more than 15 all-time ghosts. I'm saying that you can't have 15 ghosts ever. Once you start your infinite flight account, this starts when you're on a training server, when you're on a casual server, when you don't know anything about infinite flight, you can't have more than 15 all-time ghosts ever, ever, ever. Thank you, E-Train, for that subscription, man. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. So pilots with more than 15 all-time ghosts will be permanently restricted from expert server. That means you will never be able to fly on expert server, and I am okay with that. Man, I wish I knew how to say your name, but thank you for that subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. I'm sorry about that. Sorry I wasn't able to like say it. System ghosts are not included. Violations and ghosts can be checked using the Live Flight app. Ty Awesomeness, thank you for that subscription, man. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. Thank you for all the subs, man. You guys are freaking amazing. You guys are freaking amazing. Each of the above conditions will result in a message advising of your restricted access to the expert server. So, that's new, guys. I'm glad they're making these changes because they need to tighten up on expert server. It has definitely, I know there's a lot of people out there who have been doing good. You know, I know we do make mistakes from time to time. I mean, you saw me get violations. R.I.P. Champion High. That's funny. Thank you for that follow. I don't even know if I should acknowledge that. But we've all seen how bad expert server has gotten lately. I think since Global's release, it's gotten harder. It's gotten worse. Thank you, James, for that subscription, man. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. But yeah, I'm happy about these changes. I assume that the other requirements are still the same as far as what you need to do to get the grade 3 to get to expert server. So let's keep reading. There's more down here. All right, so violations. There's a little violation section on here. It says, below are the reasons violations or ghostings are issued automatically on training server, or on training or expert server. So ground overspeed above 35 knots, we all know that. Flight overspeed above 250 knots, below 10,000 feet. Exceeding max speed warning. So we already know about that too. Nothing's changed about that. Aerobatics below 10,000 feet or in the vicinity of an airport or airport airspace. So that's something we do know about, but a lot of people don't really. A lot of people actually don't know that. Aerobatics is like doing flips, doing barrel rolls, doing all kind of tricks and stuff. It doesn't matter what kind of plane you're in. You don't want to do that in an airspace or below 10,000 feet. Runway idle. This is one that a lot of people don't really talk about. Runway idle and aircraft too large. This is definitely for you A380 fans out there. It says sit idle on the runway longer than 60 seconds without ATC clearance. Aircraft too large for an airport. So I actually didn't know you could get a violation or a ghost from having an aircraft being too large for an airport. I didn't know that. I personally did not know that was a thing. I know that they have the warnings and stuff to tell you, oh, you can't spawn here because your aircraft is too big, but I didn't know that you could actually get a warning for having an aircraft too big. So that's something for all you guys to know out there who love flying those massive A380s, 747s, and stuff like that. That don't take them to the small airports. And yeah, idling, that's happened to me one time. That's one of my violations a while back when I was on training server, flying with a small group of people. It was back when I first started streaming. For some of you guys know, a few of you guys may have been there back then. We were doing a fighter jet flight, and we wanted to take a photo. We wanted to take a photo on the runway together, about 6 of us, and we sat on the runway for more than 60 seconds, and we all got a violation. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. So all right, so that's violation rules. Those are violations. Now I'm gonna look at the ghosting rules. All right, ghosting guidelines. Controllers are required to be familiar with the provisions of this order that pertain to their operation responsibilities and exercise their best judgment. If they encounter situations that are not covered by it, all ghosts will be first prefaced with a warning. Please follow instructions. So whenever you hear "please follow instructions," that is your warning. Hold on. And so after that, on guard messages or any other situation warning instructions shall be issued prior to ghosting. So I guess basically when it tells you to contact a specific ATC or something like that, you have to pay attention, because that they could ghost you for not contacting them also. So watch out for that. Also, all right, next. I'm still quoting. This is still from the forums. I'm just going through this, and you guys can read it with me if you want to go on the forum too. But I just kind of reading this out loud. This is my first time seeing this. See what else it says. Results of ghosting: 7-day expert server restriction. So a ghost lasts for a week. So basically, if you get ghosted, you will not be able to fly expert server for a week, for 7 days. Note: controllers will avoid ghosting for actions that are already punishable by violations, such as aerobatics and high-speed taxiing. So you would not get ghosted for aerobatics and high-speed taxiing because you should get a violation already, so they won't have to ghost you. Here's another section. It says no warning ghost. So there are a few examples that can result in ghosting without warning. These are insulting call signs. Interesting. Usernames with profanity, discriminating racist terms, or blatantly offensive material. All right. Note: discretion will be used when dealing with any air crash related call signs. It is unknown whether the intended use is to offend or pay respects. Reasons to ghost: not following the issued sequence, lining up on the runway for takeoff, landing without permission, landing taking off from the grass or taxiway, pilots who do not respond to instructions after 2 to 3 attempts. Now that's important. Remember, 2 to 3 attempts. If you do not respond to something that ATC is trying to tell you, you get 2 to 3 tries. They'll tell you 2 to 3 times, and they can ghost you after that. Pilots sending many duplicate messages in a short period of time. So I've seen that happen a few times with people who've flown in our streams, and they ask for pushback and they don't get clearance because it's busy, and they keep asking, then they get ghosted, and then they get pissed because they're like, I got ghosted for no reason. It's because you keep spamming them with pushback instructions. Takeoff and landing without clearance. That's a pretty obvious one. Crashing into or taxiing through other aircraft. I love that one. When I become IFATC, that's going to be a big one. If I see anybody taxiing through anybody, they will get ghosted. Spamming frequency. Yeah, that's another one. That's pretty obvious. Offensive call signs. We already said that. Repeated disruption after multiple ghosting. Yeah. All ghostings are tracked and recorded. These changes will be monitored over the coming days, weeks, and months. The expert server requirements will continue to increase until the appropriate environment is achieved, ensuring a positive experience for those who wish to have a realistic simulator experience. Thank you all. All right. Whew. That was a lot, actually, to say. So yeah, that's the new expert server requirement changes, and I'm happy about it. I'm happy. I'm glad for those changes. I wonder. My question is, who was on expert server before this change and now cannot get to expert server because they have too many violations or too many ghosts? That's what my question is. But all right, so I'm now looking back at the stream, And looking back on the chat, hope you guys doing all right. How do you guys feel about those changes? What do you guys think? I know a lot of you, some of you guys are flying expert server now. Some of you guys still have not made it to expert server yet. So how do you guys feel about the changes to the expert server requirements? Do you feel like it's gonna be harder to get on expert server? Are you one of those people who have a lot of violations or a lot of ghosts, and you're not gonna be able to fly expert server now? Like, what do you think? How do you feel about it? My personal opinion is I like it. My personal opinion is I like it. I like it a lot. Graham Reporter says you're cool about them. Yeah, Javier Johnson is true. Since Global has released, a lot more people are on expert server because it's a lot easier to get XP when you do long haul flights. A lot of people are doing a ton of long hauls. What they'll do to level up really quick to grade 3 is they do, you know, long haul flights, which like 10 hours plus, they get a ton of XP, and then boom, they can get enough. They have enough XP to make it to expert server, and then they just do a bunch of touch and goes, and that's a wrap. They're grade 3. Avon Mangoose, I'm not sure what your question is. You can ask that again in a different way. And it's true, George. When I first decided to switch my streams to expert server, it was kind of a challenge for me. I was kind of like, I don't know, I was debating, because what it was before, when I first started streaming Infinite Flight, I always streamed on training server in the beginning. A lot of you guys always ask me to stream on training server. Well, it all started for me. Even though I was grade 3 and I was able to fly expert server, I flew training server because I wanted to fly with you guys. I wanted to have more people flying with me, and so I flew training server. Well, later on, I found out that, you know, maybe it's a bit better if I fly expert server, because people, you know, always taxi through me. You know, nobody could get ghosted. There was no requirements for fly training server. Just anybody could get in and troll on no, I'm sorry, not expert, on training server. So I decided to start doing training expert server, and we only had about 3 people able to fly with us on expert server in the beginning, and now we have like basically a full group flight, which is amazing, and I'm very thankful for it. I'm very glad that we're able to come up on expert server and have a good group flight on expert server. We've had our ups and downs, we've had our situations. I think last week it was the worst, when a lot of people were on expert server, and I felt like I was flying on training server. It was pretty ridiculous. That's one of the reasons that I started kind of syncing up my Infinite Flight schedule with the IFATC schedule. Now, we're not always going to fly where IFATC is controlling. Just the last couple weeks we've been doing it because I kind of need backup. I need backup on my streams, because whenever I can say, hey, don't taxi through people, and people are still going to do it. People are still going to taxi through people. People are still going to cut in line. People are still going to, like, you know, land on top of each other, even on expert server, which is sad but true. That is how it is right now on Infinite Flight. And so I wanted to fly with IFATC so that, you know, they could, you know, enforce the rules a little bit more. You know, it's almost like they're moderators and they don't even know it. Champion, no, I'm not gonna slow down. I mean, you already freaking wrecked yourself. You were ahead of me. That's your fault. All right, Mason. I'll see you next time, man. Sorry you had to go. How do you get to experts ATC, or how do you be expert ATC? Basically, you need to 1, you need to be grade 3 or above. 2, you do have to take a test, but before you even take the test, you have to have a certain amount of ATC operations required. I can't remember what that number is, but all you need to do is go to go to the ATC section of Infinite Flight, and then try to go to, you know, to the grade 3 servers, and it will tell you what the requirements are. So I need to retake my test. I took my test once, like a month ago or something like that, and I failed. So I need to take it again. I just haven't taken it. That's like 3 tests I need to take for aviation, which I need to go ahead and do. I have yeah, IFATC I need to take. There's another test I need to take, and there's another one for X-Plane I need to take. It's not like, I mean, I'm not in school, but these are like just extra things. And this test is not too hard if you know what you're doing. Thank you, Dear Crusher. 500 operations is what you need to even apply. You can't even apply for IFATC until you have 500 operations. There's also some things about violation count, and ghosting. Like you can't have something like that. I can't remember what it is. Nice. Starley says he's gonna try to get his new device and maybe IFATC, or maybe get his new device tomorrow. Cool. What happens if ATC ghosts for no reason? Usually they don't ghost for no reason. Usually there is a reason. And I do not give shoutouts when people ask for them. I give shoutouts at the beginning or the end of my flights, sometimes at an hour out. We're 30 minutes from our destination right now. We're about halfway. But sometimes, you know, IFATC are also still human. So sometimes they do make mistakes. Sometimes they ghost the wrong person, or whatever. And so sometimes you can go back and get that ghost taken away. But usually they will ghost. There's a reason if they ghost you. Does my phone get hot? I have a case on it, so it doesn't really get too hot. It gets warm, but not really too bad. But if I ever have the case off, then it does actually get pretty warm. Yes, so thank you, Deer Crusher, for yeah. If an operation is a clearance to taxi, takeoff, and land, and etc. So basically, that's if you get an aircraft from the ground to the air, that's an operation. And I think it may be the other way around too. I'm not sure. I've always kind of been foggy about what operations are. Whoa, we're halfway there. Living on a prayer. I got you. Nice. Yeah, we'll probably do some tours next year. I haven't set up any tours for these last couple months. I think the last tour we did was a Caribbean tour, or was it the Dangerous Airport tour? I can't remember which one we did last, but I'll try to plan some tours, some infinite flight tours specifically, coming up in probably in January. Nice. Infinite flight realism. You're gonna be doing a flight from Dubai to JFK, and then you'll be expert server. Would I make way if there was an Antonov 225 Super near me? I don't even know how to answer that question. Yes, my Mach is Mach 0.82 right now. Power Gamer, can I do a flight to Phoenix? I don't think we've flown to Phoenix yet. I do like Phoenix. If I flew to Phoenix, it'll probably be an X-plane flight. Or I don't know. We'll see. I know Phoenix is open right now. I think ATC is open in Phoenix right now. You know, one thing we did not do is I did not post the live flight link. Let's go ahead and get that. We'll find myself, and I will post that in the chat. I love seeing like the United States like really busy with aircraft, because whatever you get on live flight or infinite flight in general, you always see so many people flying in Europe. Like it's so many people flying in Europe. It's always busy flying in Europe and UK. So I love it whenever they have ATC and stuff like that in the United States, because I like to see traffic here in the States. All right, where am I? Dutch Wings, man, thank you for that donation, bro, through Super Chat. Really appreciate that. I think that's either €2 or £2. I'm not sure. I don't really know what those icons are over there. I don't know what your money signs are. But thank you, man, for that donation. That Christmas present. Really appreciate that, man. You guys have been amazing this month. Matter of fact, I take that back. You guys are always amazing. So thank you, man. And yeah, I had to take down the alerts because, you know, some of you guys are taking advantage of it. I think I'm right here. It's always hard to find me because there's like 3 aircraft together. There I am. Wait, no, that's blue zero. That's blue 655. Here I am, blue 16. All right. Uh-oh, we're about to hit somebody. Oh no! Pull up, pull up. Traffic. Traffic, traffic. Same altitude. Actually, there's 3 of us all together. I'm about to go up to 3. We're gonna go 390. Oh, oh! He like lagged out. Alright, so we're gonna go down to Mach 7.9. Alright. Alright, posting the live flight. So if you want to track today's flight, you can check that out there. Thank you, Dutch, for another donation, man, through Super Chat, man. You're a boss. Appreciate that, bro. Walking zombies. I need to work on, maybe sometime when I get some time off, maybe this weekend I'll have some time to myself. I can work on some stream stuff. Like maybe I can bring in some new GIFs, bring in some new emojis. Now that we have more sponsors, I can bring in more emojis. So that's one of the YouTube perks with having sponsors, is that I get to give you guys emojis, which we only have a few right now. And then maybe do some stuff with Twitch too. I'm still trying to learn how Twitch works. Gabe Castro, we're headed to Baltimore, Washington, man. KBWI, Kilo Bravo Whiskey, India. Yeah, man, if you guys take a look, actually, you know what? We can look at Live Flight together. Let's do that. Let's look at Live Flight together as a family. Oh, I make myself laugh. Hold on. Let me get it ready for you. We still have a while before our top of descent, so nothing. We don't have anything to worry about there. I can never move the. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Why are you not working? Oh, there it is. Alright, check it out. So, this is Live Flight. Oh, crap. Dang it, I did it again. I always do that. Whenever I click on the screen, I click on Flying over Midland. I always click on the map and it gets rid of what we're tracking. So, this is me right here. We're tracking my flight, Blue 116, on Live Flight app, if you don't know what this is. This is a, it's on, I'm using the desktop version, but there's also the mobile version, which actually works a whole lot better than the desktop version. I wish that they would add the features to the desktop version that they have on the mobile version. So, this is our line right here. So we took off out of Chicago, obviously. Go ahead and unlink this. Oh, actually, I don't think I have them. We're not on the screen, are we? Ah, all right, let's switch. Now we're on the screen. So now you see Live Flight. I thought you guys were seeing it before, but you weren't. All right, so we're headed to Baltimore right here. We got our buddy Dex is going to be ATC, so he looks like he already has some other traffic. He's already attracted some other traffic. Oh, we just hit somebody. I thought I changed my altitude. So yes, we're headed there. It's Baltimore. If I zoom out, you see this is our group right here. This line right now flying between Detroit, Cleveland, and just getting into Pennsylvania over Pittsburgh. That's Starley up in front. What was that? And yeah, so took off to Chicago from there, and so we are in here somewhere. Let's see if I can find myself. I think I'm up here. Yep, that's me right there. Flying over, what is this area? Ohio River is this right here. So yeah, like I said, if I zoom out, you'll see there's a lot of traffic. It looks like there's a lot of traffic in the U.S. We got ATC, and this is probably Orlando. What is this? I think this is Phoenix. This is what is this city right here? Salt Lake City. Oh, that's a good one right there. That's a really that's a good flight. Phoenix to Salt Lake City. I definitely recommend that, or even Vegas. Like this right here is a good This is a good route. So Phoenix, Las Vegas, Salt Lake City, and then you can return from Salt Lake City to Phoenix. That would be a great route to fly. The scenery in Salt Lake City is freaking beautiful. You get to see a lot of desert when you fly through Arizona, through Phoenix, all the way up to Las Vegas. It's mostly desert the entire way. And then you get a little bit of green here and there. Oh my god. Dead again. What is up with this? Who the heck is that? Nah, we're changing altitude. This is not okay. What bothers me is that I specifically change my altitude to avoid in-air collisions, and yet somehow we all end up at the exact same altitude again. Alright, so, like I was saying. Oh my god, look at that. We're descending and now you're descending on top of us? Alright, so like I told you guys a few streams ago, that I have people from my Discord community watching to find out who does this over and over. And we'll write these names down so that these people would not be... These people will be punished on our Discord channel, so I see No See Noah and Champion High. Anyways, alright, so Salt Lake City, Phoenix, and Las Vegas. That's a great flight right there. And then over here on the east side, we're flying Chicago to Maryland, or Baltimore, Washington, which is near Maryland. Or wait, hold on. Is Maryland a state? Maryland. Oh, yeah, Maryland is a state. I should know that. I'm from the U.S. I should definitely know that. And then also, obviously, we got down here in Orlando. I believe Dallas, Dallas Dallas Love Field is open, or they're not open right now. But this is another Southwest hub, and then down here at Houston, not Houston International, but Houston Hobby Airport is also another Southwest airport that you can fly in and out of. That is like my least, like I don't like flying out of that airport in real life. I hate that airport so much. It's like the alternate airport of Houston, so I hate it. Anyways, that's Life Flight for you. Hope you guys don't hear my stomach growling. I'm getting hungry again. Yeah, Manny, you were saying you're having issues with confirming your email or something like that on Discord. Yeah. Yeah, you just got to get that figured out so you can get in. It's because you have to confirm your email and stuff before you can join our Discord channel. Thank you, iInfoKid, for that subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. Pablo, did I pay for Life Flight? Personally, yes, I actually did. I actually did pay for Life Flight. So I have the full version, not the, I think I have a year. I think I paid for a year. It's very helpful. I use it. I use it so I support them. But LifeFlight is a free app, so you don't have to pay for anything. The only difference is just not really that much difference, to be honest, from the paid and the full version. I'm sorry, the paid and the free version is not that much of a difference. So I wouldn't say you have to buy it, but I just did myself. I don't know how much the full version is. You have to check it out. It's true. Every time I stream, I get hungry. It is very true. That's because I'm hungry for toast, man. You know, yesterday I actually did really eat toast after the stream was over. When am I doing another long haul flight? Possibly I don't know. I don't know. It may. I don't want to say. I don't want to say because it may not be when I'm thinking it is. So I don't know. I really don't know. It's probably gonna be one of those pop-up things again where I just kind of show up with a really long flight like we did last time. Last time the longest flight we did last time was from LA to JFK, which is not a long haul technically, but it did take us about 5 hours or 4 to 5 hours to get there. I think the reason that I get hungry when I stream is because I literally stream after I wake up. Like, I don't do anything else before I stream it, but get up in the morning and stream. Like, I get up, I brush my teeth, you know, I go pee. I go, you know, that may be too much information, but I'm being real with you. I'm being honest. And then I stream, and so I don't eat or nothing. So after I stream, I'm like hungry. Plus, I've been talking this whole time. So when I finish streaming, I go eat and work. Pablo, honestly, I didn't know Airbus was planning on stopping the A380's production. I wouldn't be surprised. Golden Gamer, yes, you can use a joystick for infinite flight. My thoughts on that, because I mean, I didn't really know until you just said it. I didn't know that Airbus was planning on stopping production of the A380. So I'm just gonna give you my personal opinion because I haven't looked at any articles. I don't have any knowledge to back this up. So basically, one thing I do know is that the A380 is very gas hungry. And I kind of compare it to Boeing. So think about the 747. The 747, obviously, the older versions of the 747 are going out of production already. And the newer version of 747s will probably follow shortly in the next years or so, probably. Because the 787 family, the 787 is basically can do the same flight and it can do, but use less gas. So comparing the Boeing 747 to the Boeing 787, you can probably fit more people on a 747, yes. But it's harder to fit, sometimes, depending on the route, it's harder to fill a 747 full of passengers. Now, if a 747 is not full, they're losing money. 787, you can fit less, you can fit those same people on the 787 and fly the same distance, or you can fly less people, fly the same distance, and make more money. You know, it's just more efficient. It's a better money decision. And so I feel the same way with the A380. That's a massive plane. It takes a lot of gas. With the new, what's the other new aircraft? The A350 or something like that. It's like the equivalent to a 787 for Airbus. I think it's the same situation. So they have other aircraft in the Airbus family that can do the same flights that A380 can do with less people. With more fuel efficient, and also the A380 was built just to, like, the A380. The purpose of it being built was to be able to fit the most people on a plane. Period. It has more seats than a 747. You can fit more people on A380 than any other plane out there right now, and it's just I don't see how you can put that many people on A380. When I say I don't see why you can put that many people, is when I fly, the reason that you see so many overbookings with airlines is because people cancel flights, people don't show up, and and it's tough to open a route and get a full flight, and that's why a lot of times airlines will sell more tickets than there are seats, so that way when people don't show up, they still get their money. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And I know this because I'm a standby passenger, so I depend on people not showing up. And I don't very often use the A380. I've flown it once, and I don't think it was for a stream. It was outside of a stream. OSU, my job in real life is a web designer, web design and graphic design. We are 13 minutes out from destination. Take a look at where are we? Yeah, we need to start descending. Holy crap, we need to start descending. Yeah, so I'm not even going to calculate our descent because I already know we need to descend. So we're going to slow down here. I was not paying attention. We're going to go all the way down to, we'll do 5,000. That's dangerous too. That's dangerous to go straight to 5,000 from 38. Because that means I have to pay attention this entire time. Alright, we're going to descend about 2,000 feet per minute. We have a jet intercepting us from behind. slow our speed down to like 0.72. And spoilers. Yeah, my bad, guys. I was talking and stuff and reading chat. I wasn't paying attention when our top of descent was. So we're probably gonna have to do some kind of we're gonna have to do something because we're not gonna be able. We're not gonna make it. We are 66 miles. Let's see. I'm going to use a calculator size to see how much time we need. Alright, so we're roughly 60 miles out. We're at 36,000 feet. And our target altitude right now is 5,000. Yeah, so we should be descending at about 3,400 feet per minute. Which I might go ahead and do. And just, yeah, I think I might do that. Usually I wouldn't go beyond 2,000 feet per minute. But we're gonna have to bite it. We have to do it because Infinite Passenger is not gonna like it, but I think we'll be okay because of our flight time. So let's see. So we'll change vertical speed to 3,500. Actually, is what I'm gonna do. There we go. So you're gonna see up on the top of the screen real quick. Infinite Passenger is gonna say descending too fast here pretty soon. Kid MC Gaming, what do you mean by how do I control my engines in X-Plane? Like, what do you mean by how do I control them? Like, how do you control throttle? Is that what you're asking? Leonardo, yes, you can use a yoke for infinite flight. I just do not yet. I would like to. I have a yoke now. I just haven't got it working yet. Savinder, Savinder Kapoor, how you doing, man? Just saw your message. I'm a little late. Sorry about that. I think a jet's about to fly into us. Surprisingly, Infinite Passenger didn't get upset about us descending this fast. Pablo, am I planning on using Infinite Flight ATS anytime soon? Yes. Yes, I am. When? I don't know, because it depends on when they are available, when I'm available. So I have no idea. That's the tough part, again, with flying AI of ATS, is that you have to be, we have to be free at the same time. I want to do at least one more flight like this week. I would like to, like, before New Year's, I would like to do a flight with IFATS. Leonardo, I have a Thrustmaster T16000 yoke and throttle. So we need to pay a lot of attention here on the right side of our screen of our altitude and our speed on the left side, because once we get down to 10K, we need to be below 250 knots indicated. So did Infinite Flight Passenger change? Because when I first started doing Infinite Flight Passenger, it would get upset at me if I went past 2,000 feet per minute descending. So now, Grammars, you're saying that it gets upset at 3,600. So that's good to know. Before, because this whole time, I've been trying to not go above or past negative 2,000 feet on my descent. And now I'm being told it's 3,600. So that is a whole lot better. 3,600, I like that a lot better than 3,000. Oh, than 2,000. Because in real life, aircraft do descend faster than 2,000 feet per minute. So that was a bit of a strict restriction. Evan, yeah, man. Before I started streaming today, I tried to accept a bunch of people on Infinite Flight Passenger, but it's been really buggy for me. I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but it's been really buggy for me. Like lately, whenever I try to accept people, I accept like 1 or 2 people, and after that, Infinite Flight just crashes, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I have not accepted. Like if you sent a request to to Blue Arrow Global on Infinite Passenger, the reason that I have not accepted that is because Infinite Flight Passenger keeps it keeps crashing on me whenever I'm accepting pilots. Oh, nice. Cool. You found a joystick for $30 at Target. That's good, man. It's a good price. Oh, how do I control well, I personally control throttle with my throttle now on X-Plane. Yeah, so the question was, how do you control the throttle on X-Plane 11? Well, I use I use my throttle now. Before, I was using a PS4 controller, and I had a specific button mapped to controlling the throttle up and down. So, and if you're not using any kind of controllers or joysticks, you just have to use a keyboard. And I don't know what the default button is. You have to look at the button, at the button map. But there's a key for throttle up and throttle down.
You're in an active airspace. Please contact
Super Shadow, how you doing, man? Welcome.
119.0.
Okay, there it is. I didn't know we were in range to contact approach. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and check in here.
Potomac approach.
I'm not sure what altitude he's gonna give us, so we'll see. I'll request down to 5,000.
Quarter 25, Roger. Turn left heading.
It's about to get busy in Baltimore.
Blue
Alright, request approach, Baltimore, Washington. I have no idea what runway I want. What runway does our flight plan say? 33 left.
United 534. Descend and maintain 8,000.
Alright, passing 15,000 feet. I expect vectors for 33 left, Baltimore, Washington. Acknowledge that. And we will come back on a vertical speed here to try to slow down. There we go. Very effective, very effective. Now we're below 250 knots. And we're 5,000 feet away from 10K. And we'll be listening out to ATC instructions to find out what vectors they're going to be giving us.
Quarter 25, requesting descent to 5,000. Singapore 27, Roger. Victor India Papa, do not exceed 180 knots. Do not exceed 180 knots. Victor India Papa. Sierra Tango Alpha Romeo Lima Echo Yankee, do not exceed 180 knots. Potomac approach, Blue 1655, with you. Victor India Papa, turn left heading 0.
Alright, so he wants us to go down 11,000. We are at 14.
Avoid sending duplicate messages. Thank you, Blue 1655. Turn left heading 070. Victor India
So we can descend
Papa.
down there.
I'm sorry.
And we can actually keep our speed about 250 knots because we will not be below 10,000, so we can speed up.
Descend and maintain 11,000. Blue 116. Descend and maintain 11,000.
I also may or may not need. I don't think we need spoilers anymore. So the reason I had the spoilers armed and I was just trying to do everything I could to make sure this aircraft was slow enough when we got below 10,000 because we were originally planning on going down to 5,000. So we made a really quick descent. I mean, we're already down 12,000.
Descend and maintain 11,000. Quarter 25. Turn left heading 360. Climb and maintain 3,000. Maintain 3,000 until established on the local.
Dom Josh, if you want the V1 rotate callouts, you can. Oh crap! Heading 180.
Descend and maintain 9,000. Southwest 621.
If you want the V1s, VR, V2, all that stuff for callouts, there's 2 apps that you can use. There's Infinite Flight Passenger, that is in the App Store, and there's also IF Assistant, that is also in the App Store. They both do it. I like the way that Infinite Passenger does it better. It's different depending on your plane and weight. Infinite Assistant, you have to set it yourself at what speed you want your V1, V2 callouts to be at. So if you want to be realistic, you'd have to reset that every flight in order to get a correct V speed. But usually, we don't know what the V speeds are.
Descend and maintain 3000. Victor India Papa, contact Baltimore.
Yes, they are both paid apps though.
119.4. Contacting Baltimore.
Infinite Flight Expert Brazil, what's going on, man? Hold on. Turn left 150 down to 6,000.
Maintain 3000. United 534. Blue 116. Turn left heading 150.
Olá, tudo bem? Bem-vindo.
Singapore 27. Turn left heading 110.
Bom dia.
Maintain 8000. Executing missed approach. Blue 1655. Turn left.
Hold on, let me go to my Portuguese notes so I can say some more Portuguese stuff.
Singapore 27. Turn left heading 150.
Because I always forget all my words. Oh, slow down, 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 slow down.
Turn left heading 070. Turn left.
Lights on. Woo. Almost missed that. That was close. I forgot. I was not paying attention. I was like, oh yeah, we're going below 10,000. We go 235 here. And then we'll put the nose down. Alright, there we go. 9,000 feet. Land lights are on. And down to 6,000 feet. Like ATC asked. That was close, guys. This is why you need to pay attention at this stage of the flight, because you will overspeed fast, and I almost did it just now. Yes, I need to watch my speed. Yes, some aircraft on Infinite Flight do have the V speeds and the flap speeds already in the cockpit. Like the Dash 8 has it. Who else has it? Do not exceed 200 knots. All right.
Nautical miles west of Hartwell, 21,200 feet. Requesting aisles approach runway 33 left at Baltimore.
I can't remember which other. You guys can list it in the chat what all the aircraft are that lists the V speeds.
Southwest 245.
It's a little bumpy down here above Baltimore.
Approach runway 33 left at Baltimore.
In Maryland.
Blue 116. Do not exceed 200 knots. Do not exceed 200 knots. Blue 116. Golf Echo Oscar Romeo Golf Echo. Descend and maintain 9,000. Jet Airways 1,800.
Alright, almost at 6,000 here. He doesn't want us to pass 200 knots. We're already past it. 195. It's because we're descending. If we weren't descending, we'd be below that speed already. So we're going to go ahead and put the nose up. Send the 3,000 now. Okay, we got to put the nose down again. I'm going to put the nose up anyway just to get rid of the speed so that we can slow down. He doesn't want us going past 200 for separation. And if we don't obey that, we'll end up going around or getting a right 360, which we do not want today. Alright, coming up to 200 now. Yeah, so he's in the orange. We have traffic 1,900 feet below. And now we're, yeah, okay, cool. We're good now. Let's go ahead and go down. I can't see the traffic though.
Turn right heading 190. Southwest 087. You're in an
oh, there he is. Yeah, we're close. We are way close. He's going 200 knots, like exactly, and we're going 234.
Descend and maintain 3,000. Descend and maintain 3,000.
So my one question is, whenever ATC says do not exceed this specific speed, is he talking about indicated or is he talking about ground speed? Because the guy ahead of me is going 200 knots exactly. Ground speed, I'm going less than 200 knots indicated, but I'm going 226.
Turn right heading 130. Descend and maintain 6,000.
Yeah, I'm going 220 something ground speed.
Sierra India 293.
And the airport is on our left wing. Go flaps 5.
Cactus 6,438.
Land lights are on, strobe lights are on.
Is 4 nautical miles southwest of
We'll be expecting runway ILS 33 left at KBWI. Alright, so he's on the left base now, so we're probably going to extend our downwinds in order to create some more separation for us. We also have another aircraft, A320 out here. I don't know, he's kind of like being vectored towards the ILS also, so he's probably going to be 2. We're probably following after him.
United 534, turn left heading 300. Jet Airways 1,899, Turn left heading 130.
What apps can you use to check the weather? I turn left heading 070.
293. Turn right heading 140. Descend and maintain
Acknowledge.
11,000.
Flight attendants, please.
What's our ground speed now? 206. Let's slow down some more.
Maintain 11,000. Sierra India 293. Cactus 6,438. Turn left heading 360. Climb and maintain 3,000.
Alright, so actually I was wrong. We are going to be going on our left base now.
On the localizer.
Go flaps 10 or 15, I guess works too.
United 534. Turn left heading 270. Victor India Papa expects vectors for the Isles. Approach runway 33 left at Baltimore, Washington. Turn left heading 270. United 500.
Alright, we're going to get rid of those spoilers. 2 armed. Trim, don't need any of that. Alright, so left heading 360, descend 3000 until establish.
Turn right heading 190. Descend and
That's going to
maintain
be
4000.
360 right there.
Turn right heading 150.
Just a real quick tip for you guys. If they ever tell you 360, that is actually the exact same as turning to 0. So right here on our heading bug, you see on it's directly north. 360 is directly north, and so is 0. So we'll stay at 3000 until we're established on the ILS. Cleared for a 3-3 left approach, and we're going to be probably number 1, 2. Will be number 2.
Descend and maintain 3000. Maintain
Calibrate screen.
Established on the localizer. Cleared aisles runway 33 left. Blue 116. Golf Echo Oscar Romeo Golf Echo. Descend and maintain 5000. Turn right heading 160. Southwest 6.
Alright, so I see the localizer is alive. Localizer is moving. That's going to be heading 335.
Singapore 999.
Go ahead and make that turn.
5000. Descend and maintain 5000. Singapore 999. United 530.
Slow down to 1.
Turn right heading
60. We are 9 miles out. I have visual of the field at 3-3 left right there. And there is the localizer. I mean, there's a glide slope. We're on the localizer. We're just to the left of it. Contact Baltimore, Washington on tower. Now just handoff. Go ahead and make sure we. I'm gonna change my altitude down like to 1,000. I'm gonna get this thing descending so that we can talk to ATC without messing stuff up. All right, now let's go ahead and disconnect the altitude. We'll control that. We're still to the left of the runway. Or are we to the right? Actually, to the right. Wait, let me see. Number 2, 3-3 left, clear the line. Thank you, mister. And hit change heading. Yeah, we're to the right of it actually, not to the left. Alright, gear down. Oh, flaps 30. The weather is 230, 3 knots. Visibility 10 statute miles, broken at 7,000. We're still off to the left. Gotta go all the way down to 140. It's 17 knots at the current position. A little shaky. Hold on. Alright, where is our runway? Right over there. Want to get a good visual where the heck I'm flying to. Alright, now we're a bit low. Where's the light? There's a light. Sometimes it's hard to see. Alright, gear is down. 3 green. Flaps set to 30. I'm not sure what our flap settings need to be for our current weight, to be honest. That's one thing with when it comes to flying that I'm not 100% sure about yet. Is I know that you don't have to land full flaps. I do understand that. But I just don't know. I know the flaps are, they depend on your weight and they depend on the wind.
Baltimore, Washington Tower, United 534.
So really, I just kind of put the flaps down until I feel comfortable, like until I feel like it's stable.
Cactus 6,438. United 534, number 2.
That's why in the Dash 8, I really don't prefer going full flaps in the Dash 8. Now we're still to the right, but we're slowly getting on there.
United 534.
We're still a bit low though.
Practice 6438. Request frequency change. Baltimore, Washington Tower, Southwest 6098.
All right,
Ready for
localizer is about to be
takeoff at
centered.
runway 28, departing straight out.
And there it is,
Southwest
centered.
6098. Line up and wait for runway 28. Line up and wait for runway
3 knots of
28.
wind.
Southwest
Now we're to the left. We
6098.
overshot it a little bit. We're also on the glide slope.
500.
We'll land flaps 30. That's fine.
400.
All right, I see 1 red, 1 white.
300.
Just a little bit to the right, center line there.
100.
Turn it off auto throttle.
30. 20. 10.
Could have came down a bit softer than that, but it's all right. We're down. Reverse thruster out. Spoilers are deployed. All right, release it. Switching to manual braking. And I guess we'll exit to the right.
Exit runway when able in contact.
Exit runway, please expedite. It means somebody's coming in behind us.
I
I don't see him, but we are. Actually, no, that's why, because he's taking off from the crossing runway. That's why he wanted us to expedite getting off the runway. So we'll get off right here.
Runway 28 cleared for immediate takeoff.
And I guess we'll go that way. Oh, what's going on with him? I think he just kind of lagged. That's what happened. All right, we are clear of all runways. We'll go ahead and let the flaps up. Spoilers. Land lights, strobe lights. And we will contact ground. Request taxi to parking.
Baltimore, Washington ground, Blue 116. Request taxi to parking.
All right, we need to park and get a really cool screenshot. I acknowledge. Thank you, sir.
Blue 116.
We're clear taxis to parking.
Airframe
Welcome to
077.
Baltimore,
Request
Washington.
Permission to cross runway 22. Airframe
Definitely should go visit the
077.
White House.
Cross runway
Go
22.
visit the Washington Memorial. All those
Crossing
cool stuff.
runway
There's a lot of cool things to
22.
do in Washington, D.C.
Airframe 077.
Another Southwest aircraft back there rotating. And I bet not see any comments about me parking at the wrong terminal, because I have no idea
Baltimore,
what terminal I'm
Washington
supposed to park
ground,
at here.
November 315
So I just picking a
Papa
spot.
Juliet, ready for pushback.
What is slew mode? What does that mean? Yeah, we're here to visit Donald Trump in D.C. Speaking of Donald Trump, for all you people who are a little bit older, if you've seen the movie The Little Rascals,
Baltimore, Washington ground,
Donald Trump is in that
Southwest
movie.
8, ready for
Like, this is
pushback.
like a really old movie from back, like in, I don't even know when it was, honestly, like in the 90s or something. And me and my wife we were in a mood to watch old movies for some reason. Who knows why? I don't know. It just kind of happened. And we were watching Little Rascals, and then towards the end of the movie, you see Donald Trump like at a football game, like cheering on little kids or something. He was acting as himself, obviously. It was really funny. Where are the parking spots? I don't see any parking spots. There's no lines.
United 534. Southwest 8, taxi to runway 28, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 28, Southwest 8. Caribbean 13 heavy, pushback approved, expects runway 28. Pushback approved.
I don't know where to park, so I'm just going to park next to this other Southwest person. There is no lines. What is up with that? There are no, like, lines to park at. I'll just park here.
Southwest 8, cross runway 22. Crossing runway 22.
I wish we could watch replays of landing in Infinite Flight. Infinite Flight, can you add that, please? Can you do this? Can you do that for all of us? Can you, like, online, can you make it a way for you to disconnect from online and like basically watch you replay, or I don't know. You figure it out. That sounds kind of messed up and like demanding. I'm not trying to be like that, but you know what I'm saying. Just like, you know, like I don't really know how you would do it. I just know that it'd be really dope to be able to watch your landings, because you know, Infinite Flight has solo mode, and that's great, and you can watch your replays and all that stuff there. But I mean, the majority of people who fly on Infinite Flight fly multiplayer, so it'd be great to add a feature to be able to watch your replay and watch your landings and you know, stuff like that, so that you can like record them and post them or whatever you want to do.
Pushback approved.
Air
JetBlue
Austral.
24. Baltimore, Washington ground. Caribbean 13 heavy.
So,
ready
anyways,
to taxi
thank you guys for
runway
flying. Hope you guys
28.
enjoyed the flight. I did. It was good.
Caribbean 13
Before we
heavy,
get out of here,
taxi to
I'm
runway
gonna throw some
28.
music back on the
Contact
screen, and I
tower
want you
when ready.
guys to
Taxiing to
leave
runway
a
28,
emoji,
Caribbean
drop an
13
emoji
heavy.
in the chat real quick, and
Baltimore,
I will
Washington
give
ground,
you guys all
November
a shout out
315 Papa Juliet, ready for pushback.
for everybody who decided to join us today. So it's a good time. Another short one. You know me, I usually do short flights.
Caribbean 13 heavy, cross runway 22.
But this will be it. If I don't see you until next year, man. I mean, this is the last scheduled stream for the year. I mean, Monday we'll be back, and it'll be January 1st. Can you believe that? Can you freaking believe that? That's crazy. That's still crazy to me to even think that. I don't know, it's hard to believe that it's already January. I feel like this year has gone so fast. It's so crazy. So, but it's been great. It's been a good year. So thank you everybody who's been amazing. All the amazing royal family. Everybody who's subscribed, who's followed on Twitch and YouTube, man. Who's donated, who's sponsored. Everybody who's joined the Discord channel. I mean, if you supported me in any way, man, I want to say thank you so much. It's just been great. It's been great. I'm so blessed. I'm so thankful to be able to hang out with you guys, fly with you guys, and all that stuff. Like, it's just. I feel honored to be able to stream and fly with you guys. So I'm really excited about next year. You know, I may be able, so just kind of be on the lookout. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do, because it's a possibility that I may do another stream before New Year's. It could be today, it could be tomorrow. Who knows? But it's a possibility. So definitely join. Join up. Definitely join, so that you know that if I'm going to be here, so you get notifications, stuff like that. Turn the bell on, whatever you got to do. Do what you got to do, baby. But I hope you guys had a great year. I have a lot more to talk about, a lot more to do, a lot more to say. New games, new all kind of stuff. Excited about next year. We're going to be doing some new tours and all kind of stuff. So, but again, you have to be subscribed to even find out. So I'll see you guys later. I'm going to go ahead and do some shout outs real quick. Everybody who just did them, because I missed it. Wow. I gotta catch up. Shout out to Hacky Hat. Oh, he crashed on his final. That sucks. George, thank you, man, for joining us. Golden Gamer 75, thank you for joining. Justin, thank you, man. What are we doing that? I don't know what you're talking about. Grand Reporter Luke 5024, Pablo, Grand Reporter Arsenio, Infinite Flights, Avin Magoosh, Safe 6517, Liam Dewberry, Katajin, Manny, Black Ice Cream. That's interesting. Leonardo Silva, Manny again. Already said you. Kid MC, Isaac, Easy SR. We got Javian Johnson, man. Thank you for watching from Newark, Liberty International, Liberty City, baby. Fui Lillian. Oh right, there's other people landing. Can we go to free mode? Hold on, I'm gonna keep doing shoutouts as soon as I get to the runway. Where do we land at? You guys remember? We landed over there or here. I think we landed on this runway over here. Yeah. Is anybody coming in for landing right now? We got a couple people, yeah. On 33 left. Can I see him? Yep, there he is. Nice. I don't know who this is landing right now. That is George. George of the Jungle. Watch out for that tree. There's a flare.
Taxiing to parking. 25.
Nice, I can dig it. Alright, who else we got in here? Rob Zones, man. Thank you, bro. Kai Heflin, thank you. Black Ice Cream again, thank you. Sky High. The royal family is just basically what I call my subscribers and people who support the channel. Whether that's Twitch or if it's YouTube, you royal family. Jamie Booth, man, see you next time. See you next year. Lamont Andrews, Anthony Plays, Starley, thank you again for the flight plan. The Bratz Files, man, thank you for the ATC. That's always great. I love it whenever we have somebody like that we know being ATC, because I feel like it's a bit easier. Like we actually have somebody we can like call out and be like, hey, thank you, man, for ATC. Appreciate that. Tobias, if I missed you, go ahead and leave another emoji. Mike Chandler, Sean and G, Manny Ventura, PL, all the best in 2018. Thank you, man.
Baltimore, Washington.
I think I got everybody. Zudico HD. See you next year.
Taxi to parking. Golf Echo Oscar Romeo,
Cash Davies. See you next year. Thank you, bro. Thank you for all the emojis, and it's okay, moderators. I told them to send emojis, so they're gonna spam it. It's fine. It's fine for them to spam emojis right now. It's okay. All right, here comes the next Southwest flight. Who is this one? That is Champion High, Blue 1655. There's a flare. Ooh, a little rough. A little rough, but he made it. He's there. He's safe. But anyways, guys, thank you so much again. I can't say thank you enough for everything you guys have done. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. The new sponsors, Don, Quita, Jode, GR, thank you for the new sponsor. Dutch Wings, thank you for the sponsor and for the super chat donations. Thank you for those Christmas gifts. Thank you, Graham Reporter, for those also that he gave. Also, we had a new sponsor, No See No Man. Thank you for that sponsorship also, bro.
Thank you. Good day. Order 25.
Manny says a surprise champion made it to the airport. Yeah, me too, a little bit. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Love you. God bless you, man. Remember, you got 3 choices. Give up, give in, give it all you got. Yeah, you should know that by now. I say this all the time. Peace, love, and God bless you. See you next time.
Thank you. Good day. Cactus 6438.
Oh right, I want to get some pictures too. So I'm gonna go back to my plane. I'm gonna go off of mic, but I'm gonna come back and take some photos. So make sure you park next to me or near me or something. Just don't park in me, but next to me. All right, I'm gonna take some photos here.
Blue 1655. Taxi to parking. Taxiing to parking. Blue 1655.
I gotta find my plane again. Oops. By the way, this doesn't count. The stream is over technically. This is bonus.
I'm sorry, Blue 1655.
Got US Airways right there. You know, I have not flown US Airways yet. Dan, dan, dan. I like how he's waving his tail fin. Shoddy. Someone start calling my screenshots. Shoddy. Welcome to the Southwest commercial shoot, the after party, aka Southwest photo shoot. I thought US Airways was still active. I mean, they could have, I don't know. They don't seem very popular. I've never flown US Airways. I don't even know where their hubs are and nothing. I don't know nothing about US Airways. I'm not gonna lie, that jet kind of ruins the screenshot right here. Like, this looks so dope if there was not a jet right there. Oh, they merged with American? I didn't know that.
Baltimore, Washington ground, Southwest 245.
Alright, it's fine. This will have to do
Request taxi
today.
to parking.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Southwest 245, taxi to parking. Taxiing to parking.
I also don't want that little
Southwest
thing on top.
245.
Dun, 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 dun. Alright, I'll be posting these screenshots to Discord. I'll probably only post a few to Instagram and Twitter, my favorites, but I'll for sure post these to Discord. Ooh, this will be a dope shot right here of the wing. You know, I actually do like this livery of the older Southwest livery, but I just kind of prefer the newer one. Discord be lit. Tap, tap, tap. Which way looks better, left or right? Or zero? There's a view that I'm looking for that I want. Yeah, that's not what I thought it was gonna look like. I have a lot of pictures of the other Southwest. We'll do some more of this one. Oh, hello Singapore Airlines.
999, request permission to cross runway 28. Singapore 999, cross runway 28. Crossing runway 28, Singapore 999. Singapore 999, taxi to parking. Taxiing to parking.
Oh, we got another one joining in.
999.
Oh, the Singapore troll. All right, I think we're done. Dun, 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 dun. Hold on, I think I almost got the money one. I almost got the money. I gotta take it before somebody trolls it. That one's alright. It's not what I wanted. What does that say, warrior? Alright, that'll do. I got enough. Enough to choose from. Alright guys, Happy New Year. If I don't see you. Love you guys again. Peace.
I'm sorry, Cactus 6438. Baltimore, Washington ground, Jet Airways 1899. Request taxi to parking.
I pass all the tests,
Baltimore,
I'm
Washington
definitely going
ground.
to California.
All Nippon
I'm going to be a
0125,
criminal lawyer.
ready for pushback.
Of course, it all takes about 20
Baltimore,
years.
Washington ground.
We'll be dead by
Sierra
then.
India
And I believe in having a
293,
goal.
request taxi to
Hopefully you'll
parking.
succeed.
All Nippon 0125,
Actually,
pushback
it's your
approved.
trouble.
Expects runway
Here's my
28.
ambition.
Pushback approved. All Nippon 0125. Sierra India 293, taxi to parking. Taxiing to